Yeah, the benchmark.
Sure. So, in a cycle, which is like a trimester, you'd have, most of the time we did 5 benchmarks, which are about 2 weeks long each, and it kind of, the calendar's set up at the beginning of the cycle. It kind of depends on, when we have days off, etc. And I like it because it sort of gives you the structure of like, this is a unit, what do I want the students to have learned by the end of this unit?
Right.
In terms of the assessments, like those are 30% of their grade for that benchmark. And teachers are just free to, in the past we've just been free to do what you want for the assessments. So sometimes like it could be a written exam, it could be a project, it could be a presentation. Yeah, sometimes like I've tried to do, the last couple days of the benchmark, you make that all count for the benchmark, so it's not just a one-day test. But how well are you working, or how much are you showing in a couple days of working on a project? Yeah.
Just the important thing being that it can distinguish between those who are getting it and those who aren't. So it could be any kind of assessment, but as long as it can identify drops.
Right. I mean, it's supposed to be sort of a culmination of the unit that you had just done in those 2 or 3 weeks. And then the students, you turn in your grades. No, not at the end of every benchmark, or yeah. At the end of every 2 or 3 weeks, you turn in your grades, and then the students all get a printout of what their grade is at that point in the cycle. So they get a grade, a report card 5 times in a trimester. So there is a lot of time in there to, identify who's struggling, which is really nice.